Hi, thank you so much for being here today. Can I tell you something that happened in the gym today? Well, it's not anything dramatic, but so like when you lift like dumbbell, like the long bar dumbbells in the gym, and usually there are 4 bars, and the one all the way on the 4 row is the heaviest one. And usually, that one I can only lift six to 7 reps max probably. But then today, I didn't eat anything. I went to the gym with the empty stomach. And I was thinking, maybe I'm probably not gonna be lifting that much today because it seemed like I'm a little tired. So I went on the first row, second row, and then the third row. And it felt like it's heavy. And I thought to myself, maybe it's just I haven't eaten anything before I come here. So I just go on the routine and do 12 reps for all of them. Well, except for the last one. 'Cause the last one usually I can only get to 6, 7. It's too heavy. But I have rest in between, so it's not like when I get to the last one, I'm exhausted. No, I'm like the other one. So I went on the third one, and somehow this one felt heavy. And I kept on lifting and lifting. And then I took a break. And then I went to the very last one, the heaviest one. And turned out the heaviest one was the third one, and the third one was supposed to be the third one was the heaviest one. And somehow I did 12 reps on that heavy one. I know, it's, I'm not very good at telling story, but you get my point, It's like sometimes your mind tricks you, make you think that, this is gonna be heavy. And your body just, tell your body not to lift as much because this is heavy. It's like when you thought it was lighter, the weight becomes something else. Just another routine, repetition instead of a daunting task. It's like your body slip into a parallel universe where expectation didn't even weigh it down. And I wanted to make this episode about this just to be a reminder that sometimes the heaviest things, they only heavy. They only feel heavy when we expect them to be. It just, something about reality and perception. It's interesting, Life is interesting. And I'm not saying about just the gym, but it's more like a metaphor. Metaphor for how we look at our challenges in life, how we label them. Because when you expect something to weigh you down, it often feels heavier than it really is, isn't it? Isn't it? But then when you approach something without that way of fear or any kind of expectation, sometimes you find yourself surprising yourself with what you can really handle. Isn't it? Have you ever been through that? When you go into something you didn't expect much, but turned out it was much, much better than you expected. And especially, if you're a guy and you listen to this, and, I'm sure you've been through this. You've seen this gorgeous, perfect, pretty girl, you're really into her, and now you have all these things you build up in your head. You're stressing yourself out. And then whether it is fear of rejection, fear of failure, or regret, whatever it is, maybe you're just lifting heavier emotional way that you think it's heavy, but it's not. And what if you just approach it just like it another step on your journey? Maybe you'll find that inner strength that was already there inside of you. But I'm not saying like it's tricking yourself into doing it, but it's more like realizing that you can handle more than you believe. But just like day and another day, you're taking one rep at a time. One rep, just like at the gym. One rep at a time. Because I'm not saying that it's just about lifting weights or asking girls out, or I'm talking everything in life. From, relationship, career, investment, or, daily routines. There you go. Anything. Because certain things you tell yourself like, I'm just terrible at doing these things, so I'm not gonna be good at it. And turn out you're not good at it. But what if you told yourself a different story? What if you told yourself you're a person who have what it takes to get it done? You're a person who can do it. Because sometimes we don't have to listen to the story that our mind believes in. Because it's true, it's happened in the past, doesn't mean it had to be now. I'm talking the negative, self-limiting beliefs. The belief that, you can't lift this heavy weight. You can't get ass hackers out. You can't find that job. You can't make that amount of money. You can't get to that level in life. You can't get bigger. You can't be better. Those bullshit. No. Cut it out. Because you can't. You just gotta believe that you can do it. Just like the way that I live today. I was being delusional enough to believe that heavy weight was the lighter one. And guess what I did? I went in there and I did 12 reps instead of 6 or 7. Yes. Maybe sometimes you just gotta be delusional and see these challenges as a piece of cake. Just another piece of cake. And I'm not sitting here because I have it all figured out or I know the answer. But I'm here because I don't have any answer. And I don't have anything figured out. And I'm figuring out as I'm going right now. And that's just a quick reminder for you and I to be at peace with yourself and just breathe. Breathe because you don't have it all figured out. You don't have anything figured out at all. Because we all in this together. Because you don't have to compare yourself. You shouldn't be comparing yourself with other people. But yourself. Anyone but yourself. The version of you the day before. That's the only one. No, actually, in fact, there's 2 people that you need to compare yourself to. The version of you that is in the past, and the version of you that's in the future. And here's all you have now, and you can't keep looking back or looking forward and wasting any more time overthinking. Instead of just go. Just do it now, whatever you want to do. Just like this podcast, I'm gonna post it more consistent from now on because I don't have to have it all figured out. I'm not gonna wait until my life to get better, my accent to get better, my storytelling skills getting better, to get better. I'm gonna stop waiting until I'm good enough to be doing this, to actually doing it. Yes, I gotta admit it. This podcast pretty suck, but it'll get better. But the only way to get there is to keep on doing it, one episode by one episode. Whatever you're pursuing, you're gonna be bad at first. And I promise you, you have to be a foolish beginner to be a great master. That came out of nowhere. But you know what I'm saying. Maybe this is the funnest part. This is the best part. The part where you figure things out. Because I've talked to people, many people, that come into our salon and do nails. They figured it out. They're retiring. They're making big money from big corporate jobs, and still, I asked them. They say they still figure things out. Maybe we're never gonna figure it out, and that's the beauty of it. You don't have to wait until you figure things out. You'd like to get better, to be happy and be content and at peace with your life right now. Because you might never get there. Because there's always another mountain to climb. There's always a higher mountain to climb. So enjoy today, even when it's stuck. It feels like it dog shit. Enjoy it. Because one day you're gonna turn way older. And you're gonna trade everything you have to just be here again. Just be broke again. You know, I promise you that. So, enjoy it. Enjoy it while you're still here. While you're still the youngest you'll ever be. Enjoy it. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope I'll see you on the next one.